Probably one of the most essential pieces of travel tech gear that Nicole and I carry is a universal travel adapter. They come in all sorts of different shapes and sizes, but we like this one made by Mabodi and Epica simply because there's no additional pieces you need with it. They have all the charging outlets built in, like the EU one, the UK, US, and Australia, and that pretty much covers you for about 150 different countries around the world, including Asia. It's fast charge capable. It's got 4 USB slots on the top and also has 1 USB Type-C slot on the side. And of course, you have a regular socket in the front. So between all those different charging stations, we could usually charge our laptops, cameras, camera batteries, and phones. It's a little bit bulkier than I would like, but you don't really need anything else outside of this. And you could probably do most of your charging from just one plug. For this product and all the other products I'm gonna be talking about, I'll put a link down in the description below. Bear in mind that some of those links are affiliate links, so if you choose to use them, that supports the channel and we thank you so much. The next piece of essential travel tech gear that every traveler needs is a battery bank. We have the one from Inu and I love that one. Unfortunately, mine fell into the water not too long ago, so I can't show you the original one, but it kind of looks like this cheap knockoff one I found at the mall nearby. Essentially, the one by Inu is a 22.5 watt battery bank, which means it's fast charging. It's QC 4.0 compatible, has 2 USB ports and 1 USB Type-C port. And it also has what I personally love, and any battery bank, is a digital display. I like to see the actual number of what my charge is at so I can plan out when I'm gonna charge this battery bank, because it is a pretty sizable battery bank at 20,000 milliamp hours. That'll probably charge your phone 4-ish times. So the next item is not necessarily one that every traveler needs, but I think if you're gonna be doing any work while you're on the road or you're a digital nomad, this is a must-have. This is the Omni Charge 20 Plus. So this is not only a laptop charger, but it's also a powerhouse for charging all your devices. We've been in Asia the past little while and we've been having a lot of brownouts, and the lack of electricity can really impede on your workflow. So having this guy to charge our bigger electronics like our laptops has been super useful. So right away, what you're gonna find really unique about this Omni Charge is that it has a 100 watt AC outlet right on the side here, and that's gonna be really useful for charging laptops or bigger items. In the front, you have a pretty cool display to show you all the things that's going on. It's got all these funky numbers. I don't think it's really necessary for everybody, but the geek in me loves it. On the side here, you got a couple of buttons as well as 2 ports. These are USB ports that are quick charge 3.0 compatible, which means they're fast charging ready. On the other side, you have 2 ports. One's a DC port. I've never used it, but I guess it's 100 watt capable. And the USB-C port here is super handy because that charges both the Omni Charge itself, and it could also power your laptop because it's power delivery compatible or PD compatible. And then if you have more charging needs, on the top here is actually a wireless charger. So this is something that I didn't think we'd use, but a couple weeks ago, Nicole dropped her phone in water and then it started like not being able to charge properly with a cord. So we've been charging it temporarily on the wireless charger here while we get the bottom fixed. And I gotta say, it's been a lifesaver for her phone. Otherwise, I don't think we'd be able to use her phone at all. So probably not super essential for every traveler out there, but if you are doing any sort of work on the road, you have to get yourself an Omni Charge. The next essential travel tech item that we think every traveler needs are wireless earbuds. Now these come in all sorts of different shapes and sizes. It's really down to personal preference, but we like these 2 in particular. I am a fan of the Jabra Elite Active 75T, mainly because it has the physical buttons. It has a nice little small carrying case. I also like how it supports ambient hear-through mode and also active noise canceling. Although the fit in my ears for the Jabras are so good, I don't really need to use the active noise canceling at all. Nicole, however, prefers the Anker Soundcore Liberty 2. These Anker earbuds are much better fit for her tiny ears, so she says. And also they support active noise canceling and also ambient hear-through mode as well. So they kind of look like AirPods, but they don't have the AirPods pricing. And if you want to have more music in your life, we recommend getting a Bluetooth speaker. These are great for the hostel or for the beach. We picked this one up in Nepal in like a tiny shop. I thought honestly it was gonna be a throwaway speaker that's like not gonna last, but it actually ended up being a really nice speaker after I looked up the specs. So this is the AWA A103. I think there are newer versions now, but I just love this tiny speaker. It's got really good bass. It's really compact, and it also connects really easily to your phone. So the next essential item I can't vouch for because I'll be honest, I don't read a lot of books, but Nicole loves reading books, right hun? She's over there somewhere.
I love
This is the Kobo Libra 2. It is a fantastic e-reader from my observation of Nicole reading a lot. It's got a small backlight display, but it's something that you can read pretty easily in the daylight or in the sunlight. It's got 2 buttons on the side, which makes it really handy for making sure that you can just turn a page with one hand. And she loves this, I know she loves this case that looks like it's an origami piece.
It becomes a stand!
Oh, it becomes a stand, right. That's How did you make this into a stand? There, it's a stand. It's a stand. It also lasts a long time when you charge it. I think it takes like months or something like that for her to go through one charge. And it connects to her library, which she really likes because it's an easy way to get books that you don't have to pay for. Something we bought recently, but we're already loving, is our newest action cam, the Insta360 X3. This thing kind of does one thing only, but it does it really well. And that's taking really cool, really weird shots. If you've seen our vlogs recently, you may have noticed some shots that don't seem like they've been taken with a conventional camera. That's probably the Insta360 X3 at work. This is a 360 camera, and if you're not familiar with a 360 camera, there are 2 lenses on both sides, meaning it can take a video of your entire surrounding all at once. So basically, we don't have to think about where we're pointing this camera. We can just hit record, have it in the air, and it takes a video of everything. Later on in the app, you can reframe the image and show exactly the moments you want to show. I don't think it has the best quality over the other GoPros, but I will say the 360-ness of it and the flexibility you have to be creative with shots more than makes up for it. We also purchased the invisible selfie stick, which screws on at the bottom and extends to about 120 centimeters. So this is where the magic really happens, because when you extend the selfie stick, the software makes it invisible. So it almost looks like there's a drone following you around, giving you some really neat and creative shots. Lastly, I will say it's also waterproof rated, but I wouldn't really trust the waterproofing on any devices that are expensive like this. So we actually got ourselves this kind of funky looking dive case. It looks like a submarine man should be inside there. Like, I feel like my head should go in there. Maybe I can make it go like that, yeah. If you see some really cool, neat shots underwater, it's probably gonna be coming from the Insta360 inside this dive case. So the next piece of tech that I wanna talk about is where you guys are right now. It is our camera. We use a mirrorless Sony ZV-E10 APS-C camera. It is a small and compact camera considering what it can do. It is extremely lightweight, although it does kind of trade that off by not having such great build quality, I would say, in terms of weatherproofing and water resistant, but it's perfect for taking photos while you're on the go. We have a lens on it right now, the Sony 10-18, and we also have a Sony 18-105 lens. Whether you're on the go through the city or you're out somewhere more in the wild, this camera has been perfect for us wherever we take it. I will also say that because it's an APS-C camera, the lenses are a little bit smaller and also more affordable. So the next item isn't really tech itself, but it's tech related. It is a tripod. This is the Ulanzi MT11 tripod. It is a handy little tripod. It's great for taking time lapses, holding it while you're talking to a camera, or just taking photos from afar. What we love about it is that it has like a nice swivelly head that makes it really easy to set up and frame your shots. And then on top, much more essential than we realized, there is a phone holder, and this phone holder has been so key when we're doing video calls with friends or family. This tripod has been great, although we took it into the water and things are now starting to rust up pretty bad. One of the legs is also falling off. So we've just kind of taped it together for now until we can pick up a new one later down the road. So with all the travel and tech gear that we've been talking about, you're gonna need places to put them in. I love these Sea to Summit padded pouches. These are great. They're super minimal. They're just one really nice strong zipper. There's just one big pocket on the inside. It's neoprene material, so it's soft. It'll help protect any electronics inside. The other pouch we use are these pouches by Mech. They have a bit more organization inside of them. They've got a couple different zipper pockets, and they also have some elasticy kind of straps for wires and whatnot. During the day, this will be my day pack. I'll put, like, you know, my battery bank in there, my headphones, maybe the Insta360 camera. What I love about it is it's very lightweight. It's perfect actually for backpacking and also for traveling the world. So this has been super useful for keeping electronics organized. So the last piece of tech I want to talk about are these. These are cables. So what we really caution against is buying those extremely long cords. Those are like those 6-foot cords that are tempting to buy because oftentimes your plug will be so far away from your bed and you need to charge your phone, so it's better to have a longer cord. But what happens is that long cord actually charges your phone so slowly. If you've already invested some good money into some nice charging bricks or charging battery banks and whatnot, when you use that long cord, you basically take away all that fast charging capability because physics. I would stick to the cords that I know are premium quality because I know that those cords are taking advantage of the fast charging, taking advantage of the fast data transfers. So honestly, ditch those long and cheap cords. You really won't need it. It's just gonna waste a lot of time. It's gonna lead to a lot of frustration. And these are just small things that you can plan beforehand that will make the whole traveling process a lot smoother. So like I said in the beginning, I'll put links to all the products I talked about in the description below. I'll also put a link to the full packing list of everything we pack with us on the road if you're interested in seeing that. And if you want to see more videos about gear, packing, tech, travel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.